And so I knew if I went home I could cry in front of people. Do I sound psychopathic?
Someone already called you a psychopath.
Hey, I'm Ashley, and I put my camera in my car, got out, and walked in 2 different times because I flashed the camera the first time. It's windy today. I hope the second time no one saw anything. Today's vlog, it's going to be about just some out-of-state student things. I want to do a video one day about the, blank number of things I wish I knew before attending University of Hawaii. However, I'm only going to go into my, 5th semester here at UH. And so I would rather do that during my 7th or 8th semester, so that way I can talk more about how they've prepared me for post-grad life. We're just gonna do a generic version of that. I thought about this video because my sister just recently finished up summer classes at the University of Georgia in Athens. If you don't know, both my sister and I were from the Bay Area in California, and we both chose to go to very different cultures of out-of-state schools. We also both chose to go in completely different directions for out-of-state schools. She said she's been plotting that all along because I don't think we would have ever gone to the same school no matter what. I could have gone to her dream school and I don't think she would have still gone there. It's not that we don't hate each other, it's just that our relationship has gotten so much better since I've moved to a different state. I'm going to be sharing the 3 things I wish I knew before attending an out-of-state school, and then I'm going to be doing a speed round of all the things my sister texted me that she wished she knew before starting at University of Georgia. I've convinced my sister to vlog her first week of college this fall semester, and so that way you can have a University of Hawaii versus University of Georgia video. I think that would be so interesting because she's going to a big SEC school. It's very much what you expect when you watch a college movie. They got the biggest Greek row in the US, I think. They have huge tailgates, a really big collegiate rivalry with FSU. And then I went to kind of a commuter school where people appreciate the island and the aloha spirit. University of Hawaii is not the biggest thing to do in Oahu, but University of Georgia, that's the biggest thing to, be a part of in that part of Georgia. I'm editing this right now. The part of the video where I actually get to the title of the video and the things I'm talking about starts right now. I'm sorry for all the ranting. Almost every video I've done in the past 2 years, I do YouTube chapters for in the description box. So you can see in the timeline as you're scrolling through the video, I have it broken up into segments where I have different talking points. Post-production Ashley, she understands that she talks a lot, and she's also realizing she's talking a lot right now, so I'm gonna stop. The first thing I wish I knew, we're gonna start off with living and transportation. I figured we would talk about that while I'm in my car driving to campus to go get a thumbnail. I can do this. God, okay, I reversed out of my parking spot. I've been driving the Red Bull Mini Cooper a lot lately, and so I've been backing out the Mini Cooper, which you have a giant can on top, so you can't really use the mirror up here, and there's no backup camera, so you have to really be kind of talented. Knew I was going to live in the dorms my first year. It's not required at the University of Hawaii. I know some schools require it, like Baylor. It was probably the easiest option as someone who had never been to the island of Oahu before move-in day. I knew I was going to make friends that way because I'm going to have a roommate, at least one. I ended up having 3, which was really nice. And of course, I made friends with people who lived on my floor and people who lived in the other dorms. Living in a dorm was probably the best thing I could have done my first year. But transportation, I suggest doing just a little bit of Googling into what transportation college students take. At UH, it's the bus. It's free for UH students with your Manoa 1 card. I also should have Googled how to navigate it because the first couple times I definitely got lost, so I would have to Uber. Yeah, it wasn't good for my self-esteem where I was I can't figure out how to work the bus. Now I know if I want to use the bus, it's free, and I shouldn't use the bus app. I much prefer using Google Maps to tell me what bus number to take, how long it's going to take, what stops to get off at, how to connect. I also did a little bit more research into rental cars, because here's the thing, when you're moving in and out of your dorm, you're going to want a car to stuff your belongings in. Book in advance a Huey truck so that way they can put all their things into the bed of it. If you're moving to the dorms, book a rental truck right now. That could be a U-Haul 1995. That could be a Huey Tacoma. Do it right now, because you're gonna want that to hold your mini fridge, your fans. You're gonna have a lot of stuff that can't fit into a tiny compact car. Doing research on parking at schools. At school tours, if you are lucky enough to be able to tour the campus, ask the tour guide, do students get free parking? Because I know some colleges do that. Sadly, UH Manoa does not do that. If you aren't able to register a semester in advance, a parking pass, because again, a semester in advance, a lot of students aren't thinking like that, then you have to basically use this thing every day and pay $12 for 2 hours of parking. I'm about to pull up my credit card, so I'm gonna do an abrupt cut. See what I mean? It's $3. I never know if editing me is gonna have the hindsight to cut out all the credit card info fast enough. So if I just tell myself while I'm filming, then I'm telling myself later when I'm editing, because I have to listen to it. Got it. Fun fact, I was at Coffee Talk this morning for a Red Bull meeting that we had, and one of y'all recognized me, and it was super cute. It's probably one of the cutest reactions I've had. Best reaction I had was when someone cried. But this was a cute reaction. Asked for a photo, which I felt so bad because I had just finished my 12:30 15 minutes ago. I was running late to this meeting. And I was smelly, I had no makeup on, and I was still sweating. It's crazy to think that people actually watch this content. But to be fair, I was searching for this kind of content when I was applying to UH. I mean, when you look up UH Manoa, my videos are some of the first to pop up on your YouTube search bar. And that's because for a good couple months, I was the only person making this kind of content. But I hope I'm bringing awareness about UH to other students who maybe got stuck in a COVID timeline where they couldn't visit campus like me. Okay, second thing I have written down here is culture shock. Every state that I've lived in, Florida, North Carolina, and California, there was never a super big Asian culture. I didn't realize how big of an impact your physical, geographical location can make you want to dig deeper into yourself. After 3 months of living out here, I was super proud to be mixed or Wasian, because a lot of other people are also Wasian on this island who are locals, and I was damn, I feel like one of y'all. But not in a way where they were schooling me about my ethnicity, just in a way of feeling welcomed. And to be fair, I think no matter what ethnicity you are, everyone's gonna welcome you on islands. The Aina, it translates to land, literally. But it's not just the land that welcomes you. Here at Manoa, it's not just the rustling of the palm trees I'm looking at that welcomes you, or the birds, but it's also the rainbows, and sometimes the people themselves, professors. Professor Terrell was probably the first professor I felt like I made a true connection with my first semester at UH Manoa. And so I feel that's the way that Manoa welcomes you. I feel some people I include in the definition of what Aina means to me too. The culture shock literally changed my personality. I definitely am a much more relaxed person than I was in high school. I'm also a more impulsive person than I was in high school. Maybe it's just something that happens when you live on your own for the first time, or you're entering your 20s. I turned 20 in January. Definitely more impulsive with my decisions. I am oh yeah, I have an hour, let's go beach. Or someone texts me hey, we have 2 tickets for you guys, come out to this boat. That literally happened yesterday, where someone that knew me from Red Bull was oh, we have 2 tickets, come out, and I'm yeah, I'll bring you guys a case of Red Bull too, to keep the crew motivated. Or I'm impulsive and oh, I want to rush a sorority, which ended up being one of the best decisions I made. But I also definitely feel a bit more relaxed. I don't think it's the beaches themselves or that I feel I'm on vacation, because I know I'm also here for school, I take a lot more time to prepare for things. And maybe that's me relaxing, taking more time to prep, even though I just said I was impulsive. I'm impulsive if there's an opportunity. When I talk to my more Caucasian friends, they will tell me they feel like they don't fit in. For like the first month they're here, they don't feel like they fit in. And they will say, it's very Asian. You have to remember, this land isn't ours. And so if you feel like an outcast for the first month, there are historical and political reasons why. But then afterwards, you learn to respect everything, and you realize the land, the culture, the locals, they're respecting you back if you give them that same respect. And so after the first semester, my Caucasian friends will tell me, I don't feel singled out anymore. I feel like I know the politically right things to say and the actions to take to make this island better than when I first arrived. A lot of them joined beach cleanups, philanthropy events, helping out Hawaii Food Bank. UH gives a lot of opportunities to do that. We have the Hawaii Food Bank right on our campus. If I was coming from maybe more Eastern or East Coast school, I probably would have felt a little bit more shock as far as food goes and been like, why don't you guys have a good taco place? Because there is no Mexican food on Oahu that I truly love. It's all just okay. I'm gonna do the speed round from my sister, so here it is. And she said, time zones are different, weather will mess you up, I had allergies for a week because of the trees that were blooming, and everyone is going to ask why you chose that school. And they're going to ask what the difference is between the two states. I'm not lost, but I am gonna turn off the camera while I wobble back to my car. Okay, I'm a little bit lost. I'm at Island Brew in Hawaii Kai and gonna do a little bit of work, but this is my sister Olivia. I read off the list you texted me, but is there anything you want to elaborate on?
Okay, first off, I really want to bring home the point that you will be asked non-stop why you chose that school. Non-stop, every conversation. Oh, where are you from? Oh, California. California, why are you here? So much to the point where one of my friends is like, can I speak? Like, sure. And she says word for word exactly what I say. I heard it said, oh, clothing. That's what I'm talking about. It's different. It's so different. Oh my god. All the guys look like boat people. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but they look like boat people. And someone asked me, they're like, what's different about California and then Georgia? Like, what's noticeable besides, like, weather? I'm like, boat people. And they're like, what did you call us? I was wearing literally like a basic like tank top, not like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like $3 from Savers, and then I cropped it, and it was like a little hot hair, and then like little crocheted flowers on it, not crocheted, embroidered flowers on it. I was wearing jean shorts, and one of my friends, he's like, oh, you look cute. Did you go do something fun, or like were you out with someone? Because I was coming back to the dorms, and I was like, no, not really, because it was just like a basic normal day, and I was just wearing a basic normal outfit. And they were like, oh my god, my friend and I, we went to a coffee shop with a bunch of people, and I was wearing a cropped, like, normal t-shirt, but like tight, but it had, like, you know, sleeves, like a little round neck, and cropped, and then jean shorts again. And she's like, you guys look cute, I need to change. And I'm like, this is my comfy outfit. I mean, I said weather, but like that's kind of like a given. And then like allergies, kind of like, you know, new environment.
What's it been like going to a school where no one else from your high school went? Do you feel like you're able to like change your personality or like be a different person than you were in high school?
I mean, same. But I was.
Is that like a positive or a negative? That
great because
really?
I think I'm okay.
Wait, you what?
I said, I think I'm okay as a person, and then you said, really? Did we just switch roles?
Maybe.
Because that's my line.
There was only one person from my high school that also came out here when I was a freshman, and honestly, yeah, I've definitely changed a lot since high school. Someone even messaged me that when they were a senior and I was a freshman here. They were like, yeah, you just seem like a lot more comfortable and confident, and your vlogs show it.
Okay, yeah, I'm like more confident and more outgoing, but like I didn't change who I was entirely as a person, you know?
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm a totally different person.
Okay.
I think we're saying the same things. We're just also both confused.
We're disagreeing with each other.
Wait, I want to show you and the camera the view I'm looking at. So there's the water. You can see people are on boats, like pulling up to this coffee shop basically, which is so cool.
People are uncultured too.
What do you mean people are uncultured?
No one has had sushi.
Yeah, it's Georgia.
And then so many people haven't had miso soup. And you know what I have mom sending me in my care packages? Miso soup packets. So little like the paste.
I really want some
little,
miso soup.
When I was sad, I'm like, no, I want it because I love miso. And it's like a little paste packet, and then a packet with like tofu and like seaweed and green onions. And someone's like, miso soup. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I never had that. I'm like,
You know, it's so funny. Those packets, they sell at 7-Elevens here. I was like thinking like, this is like such a cute location for you to share the story of like being homesick when you're out of state. Do you want to add to that too?
oh, it was so sad. I was trying to write an essay for my like final week, and I was just stressed out with it, and it was just a rough draft. And I was gonna call my parents that Sunday when I was working on it. And I was like, okay, I'll finish up the rough draft and then I'll call them. And then I didn't finish it, and like I was still working on it, and it was like late. It was like somewhere between 12 and 1, and I was like, hey, I was gonna call you guys tonight, but I'll call you tomorrow. And then I was sitting in the lounge with someone else because I didn't want to be in my room because I didn't want to wake up my roommate. And I told the guy, I was like, if I start crying, that's part of the process. But then tears came out, not because it was part of the process, but because then mom and dad texted and they're like, it's okay, good luck on your essay, we'll talk to you tomorrow. And I was like, we're so far away.
Okay, so yeah, that's like the third thing I wish I knew before going to out-of-state school was homesickness. A lot of people talk about island fever, specifically for Hawaii, but I grew up in such a small town that I already felt like I lived in an island, but you do get homesick a little bit.
I can hop on the BART, go to San Francisco, I can go on a drive, like a day trip with my friends, and we can go to the beach, we can go, I know all the places there. There's like a bunch of stuff around us. And then here, I'm like, what's here? You go to Atlanta, the beach is like kind of far, but I guess you could go. But it's like, I'm in a college town, and that's nice, but it's also like, it's different. I guess Pleasanton is kind of the same where it's like it's small, and then you go to places around there. But I'm not supposed to say Pleasanton. Are you hiding? Do people not know that?
No,
You're not famous.
I've told people what apartment I live in currently, so go ahead and say it.
Okay, well, like sometimes you like to think you're like this big hotshot deal, and you're not. So I didn't know.
I got recognized this morning. I had a photo taken with me. You kidding me? I had no makeup on. That's how much she wanted the photo with me.
What were we talking about?
Homesick.
And then it's sad because all my friends will like send a photo of like them all together because they don't start until late September. Late September. All you see is in the like Cal States are late September, so they're all taking photos together. And they're like, I saw two of my friends that I went on a trip with right before I left. They were hanging together, and one of them texted me, and because I saw a photo of them, and I texted them a photo, and because it was a B-reel, so I texted to the girl that didn't have the B-reel, and I was like, oh my god, it's you! And she's like, yeah, and as we were there, the other girl I was with was like, Olivia should be here right now. And I was like, I should.
The only time I really felt super homesick was my first breakup last summer, because I was just like,
we're together.
We were exclusive, okay? We just didn't like the word boyfriend and girlfriend. I was the person that didn't like to use the word, okay? It wasn't him, it was me.
Yeah, it sounds like commitment yet attachment issues.
Don't call me out like that.
Oh, there's a whole TikTok about it. Her hobby is magnets, commitment and attachment issues, theater kid. Put my TikTok like here, like somewhere.
Okay.
So they can see that video. It's the one where it's like the issues with my family, and then it's like the Pennies from Heaven song. That's what it's called. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first time I felt homesick. You wanted to be with people who aren't going to give you advice, people who are just going to listen. That's your family most likely, not your friends. Your friends want to give you advice. I
tell you everything straight up.
Yes, which is what I want. but
It's
sadly
what
you were 3,000 miles away at the time in California.
call me.
I did call you like every day.
You did. You really did.
See, that's how I know I was homesick. I've never cried in front of anyone since moving to Hawaii. Like, no one on this island has seen me cry that lives on this island currently. And so I knew if I went home, I could cry in front of people. Do I sound psychopathic?
Somebody called you a psychopath.
That was because I'm president of a sorority and I work at Red Bull. Both decisions I made after the breakup because I just needed to fill my life with busy things. And they both benefited me in the end. Like, I'm traveling the world, I'm getting paid, I got college credit for it, and I'm like having the first leadership impact in my sorority that I love.
Really?
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Because that's kind of the end of this video.
Thank you for supporting Ashley on this journey. It makes her feel like she has a life and that she might be important to some people when really it's just me in her life.
I'm so scared that everyone loves you more than me, and that if any of my friends in Hawaii ever meet you in real life, they're not going to want to be my friend anymore, they're going to want to be yours.
I can't.
Okay, I'm going to end this. Thank you guys for watching.
Okay.
Oh wait, like and subscribe. I forget that.
She's just talking to me. I'm the only one that watches the videos.
Yeah, shout out to Olivia.
Shout out me.